Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, JetBlack the one and only, here with another exciting live stream. In this video, I'm going to be talking about June 18th and June 19th, 2019. Yesterday on June 18th, 2019, I went on a date with Beth. We hung out at the Charger Union on UAH campus, and then afterwards we went to Sonic and we hung out for a bit. It was a fun time, most def. I feel like me and Beth's connection is getting deeper, and I've definitely been enjoying my time in the relationship. I hope that it continues going on this route. Things have been going on the up and up, which has been nice. Then today I really didn't do a lot. Yo, Ryan, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Ryan said, duel me, starting off strong. Just with immediate demands, I see. Give me one moment to go over my day. I actually did make a new Yu-Gi-Oh deck. So I heard that there's going to be a new Yu-Gi-Oh manga coming out, and the focus of the manga is to teach people how to play the real game. So it's going to try and use cards that already exist rather than making up a bunch of new cards, which I think is interesting. And they mentioned that one of the first decks that the main character, the protagonist, is going to be using is going to be a Tinyi deck. And I was like, Tinyi? I haven't heard about Tinyis. Um, DPYGO actually did a video about Tinyis like a while back, but at the time they were called Tianwei or whatever. Um, but I've been looking at the deck, and I'm like, this seems cool, and I've built my own Tinyi deck. So yeah, I'd be down to duel you, Ryan, like on Dueling Nexus. I made a new Tinny deck like today. I haven't had the opportunity to actually like try it out, so I think it would be cool to test it so I can sort up a stream on that. Kel said, hey squad fam, how are you? And why is the stream so late? The stream's not that late. So we do the stream at 8 p.m. It's like 8:05 p.m., so we're like a few minutes later. I have been texting with Beth, just, like chatting with her. She's currently like doing something, and I was finishing up sending texts to Beth before the stream. Also, we watched Jeopardy. Well, we are like in the middle of Jeopardy, like me and my family. My niece is actually over. We were watching Jeopardy, but it was getting closer to 8, so I had to like step out of Jeopardy, and I had to finish up texting Beth for a bit. And now we got the stream going. Then Matt chimed in. Yo, Matt, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? He said, but what about card games on motorcycles or screwing the rules because you have money? So card games on motorcycles. In reference to that, the guy who's currently, well, not currently writing, but the guy who's supposed to write the new Yu-Gi-Oh manga I was describing is actually the guy who worked on 5Ds. So they got the 5Ds guy back for this manga. So if you really liked 5Ds, like if you happen to read the manga, then that same guy is on this one. So that was actually pretty topical. And he said, or screwing the rules because you have money. Are you talking about Seto Kaiba? So that's another thing that you might like. That's also topical. So for this new manga, it supposedly takes place in the same universe as a Japanese-only Yu-Gi-Oh! 3DS game. And in that universe, they actually have like Yugi and Kaiba and Taya and like the characters that we know and love. So it's possible, not confirmed, but possible that you might actually see your boy Seto Kaiba appear in this manga. So that was actually very topical, Matt, that question, and I hope that that satisfied you. Matt then said, no, 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 understandable. I expected that response. Kel said, oh, I thought the stream was in your time zone 5. No, 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 no. We do the stream at 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. It goes from 8 to 9. And then at 9, I'm just like calming down, getting ready for bed. Then Kel said, I would also like to duel. Also, you gotta check the amino. Okay, I will definitely make sure to check the amino. Real quick, let me set up the duel stuff. And then I'll check the amino after I set up the duel stuff. Because I know you guys are always like, why does it take so long? But it does take up a good amount of time. Then Matt says, no, it starts at 9 p.m. and then goes to 12 a.m. Nope. Uh, that'd be a little too late, my boy. I now go to bed at 10 p.m. That's like my cutoff. But I like that hour after the vlog to be able to like text with Beth and start getting ready for the night and things of that nature. So I use that hour as like the cool down, getting ready for bed hour, if that makes sense. Oh, I still haven't finished talking about what I did today. So like I said, I made that new Tinny deck, and of course I looked into Tinnys a little bit and like learned a little bit more about them. I made that deck. I'm caught up on One Punch Man Season 2, So if you guys want to discuss One Punch Man Season 2, I'd be down. Just for anyone who hasn't, if we do start discussing it, spoilers, like if we do, just to put that out there and let people know. Let's see. Oh wait, I don't know why I stopped there. So yeah, I watched One Punch Man season 2. My thoughts on that so far, I like it. I've heard a lot of people have been not liking One Punch Man season 2. I've been enjoying it. So far so good. I did binge it though. I binged it all in one day, and yes, I did watch it subbed, and it pained me to do so. I was texting at the same time, and this is just not super conducive. But One Punch Man season 2, without going into any spoilers, I think it's good, and I think it is like worth watching. Is it worth watching subbed? I wish I didn't have to watch it subbed, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I've been enjoying it. Also, I haven't noticed too much different. I know that the animation style is not the same as season one, but I haven't felt it. You know what I mean? I haven't been like, ooh, this is just so different. I haven't felt like, not necessarily sprung, but I haven't been like popped off by the visuals being different. I don't think it's necessarily worse. I don't think it's necessarily better. I feel like if it is different, I haven't noticed as much. It hasn't blown me away how different it is. And I like the new characters that have been introduced this season. I think they've been pretty solid. Matt said, "Stop being a hater." You talking about because I'm not a big fan of watching subs? It's because I want to text and I want to be able to write stories. I want to be able to do multiple things while watching it. I don't want to have to be like, because you can kind of like if you're writing, write and then look at it, and if it's English, you can get like the main idea. If it's like you gotta read the screen, it prevents you from doing other reading or writing based tasks, and I'm just not a fan about having my time completely locked down like that. You know what I mean? And it'll eventually get it done. Let's see. Um, where we um, Ryan said, "I've been playing more Nightmare Troubadour. I finished the Expert Cup. I've been using a meal deck. I just said a meal deck. A mill deck, which can bypass many things like battle traps. Interesting. Don't know much about that. Sounds like I'm about to learn more about that." Matt said, "The sub is better for One Punch Man. So why? Like, what about the sub do you think is better than like the dub?" Ryan said, "I haven't had much desire to watch season 2 as I was decently along in the manga." I see. So you're like, it would just be retreading stuff for you, and that's totally fine. Kel said, "When you gotta read your Asian cartoons," cries. I'm not a big fan at all of like having to read it. And then Matt said, "Just focus on the content you're viewing." He said, "And give it your full attention so you get more out of the medium." I feel like I like being able to do multiple things with it. I don't feel like because I just watched like 10 episodes of One Punch Man subbed that my experience was better. I feel like I would have liked to have been able to do other things at the same time, and I still feel like I would have gotten a lot out of it. It's not like I've never done like it's not that I've never watched a subbed anime before. It's just that whenever I do it, I'm always like I kind of wish I could be doing more. Let's see. Matt said, "When you watch a movie, you don't go on your phone and do stuff while watching the movie, but that's also like a movie theater. When I'm at home, yeah, I do other stuff while I'm watching a movie. It's just in a movie theater, it's not entirely appropriate. You know what I mean? It's like how if I read a book, I might listen to music out loud when I read a book at home, but I wouldn't do it in a library. It has to do with like the location." Then Matt said, "So anime should have the same treatment." I don't think that's true. And then Matt said, "The voices fit the characters better." You feel? I guess that depends. I'd have to like actually see and compare in order to figure that out. Kel said, "I'm a dub boy too." He said, "I like dubs because I like being able to appreciate the visuals while understanding what the characters are saying." And it's not that you can't with a sub, it's just they make it more work. But it's because normally that a dub is not necessarily available yet. And also, some people have preferences about getting the sub rather than the dub. Also, I almost have the Dueling Nexus stream set up. So if you guys want to check that out, I'd highly recommend tuning into that. I get tongue-tied a lot when I do these streams. I think I get tongue-tied in general. For whatever reason, I'll be thinking about the next thing I want to say as I'm saying my current thing, and it just blends together. But I do that like all the time. Let's see. So I'm about to start broadcasting. So they just gave me a message on YouTube. They're like, Hangouts on Air is going away later this year. And then they're like, for quick streaming, try youtube.com/webcam. Gross. But I use this for screen share. I never use this for just recording my face. Maybe youtube.com/webcam will also let you do screen share. If not, then YouTube's kind of getting rid of all their screen sharing options, which is really gross, but we'll see. And hello everyone, it's Joseph and your boy JetBlack One Only here with another exciting live stream. And in this video, I am going to be playing some Duel and Nexus. What? Duel and Nexus. Hey, yo. I hope you guys are excited for another Dueling Nexus stream. I'm about to get my Tingy deck set up. I just made it recently. I'm also about to get the live chat up. That way you guys will be able to see everything going on the stream and the chat. Let me see. So I'm gonna get the live chat up for this real quick. So I'm going to change it to live now. Get everything popping. Let's see. So where are we at? Matt said, the issue is that many times English dubs sort of phone it in by comparison to the Japanese voiceover. He said not all the time, but a lot of the time. Well, it's relative. You know, you can't blame dubs as they are just for being bad. It's a thing where depending on how they did the dub determines whether or not the dub is bad for anime. So I wouldn't just put my foot down and be like, most dubs are bad. It's fair to say a lot. I guess I wouldn't necessarily say it has to be the majority. You know what I mean? Let me pop it out. Hey, so now we have the Dueling Nexus chat up as well. Let's make that a little bit smaller. It doesn't have to fill up the whole screen. Excuse me. Set that to live chat messages. I'll make that bigger so that you guys will be able to see more of what's going on Dueling Nexus. Perfect. There we go. And now we have most of that filled out. Let's see. Matt, I already read that. Kel said, and I'm a slow reader. And he said, and sometimes I have to pause on a sub show to finish reading what they're saying. Most of the time, I'm pretty good about sticking with them when I read. It's not a thing where I'm like falling off of it as much. It's just if I try to write or do something else while watching subbed anime, it becomes a juggling act, and I'm just not a fan. Because if it's dubbed, I definitely write and do all those other things, and I enjoy being able to do that. But with subbed anime, you just don't have that ability. Nani said, Fortnite prop hunt with subscribers. And then he said, I see. Yo, Nani, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Nani's just saying random stuff now. Matt said, it's just that more emphasis into acting does come in the Japanese voiceover efforts by comparison. Again, that's very relative. Has to depend on like the dub and who they got to do it and how seriously the actors are putting themselves into the role and into the scenario. I feel like it's kind of weird to say specifically Japanese actors put more effort because it really depends on the actors. It's just a very relative statement. Matt said it's why voice actors are so revered in Japanese culture, where a single character will always be played by the same person, and if they can't reprise the role, that character might not be featured as much or at all. And then Matt said, Jet, trends exist, please don't pretend like they don't. And I understand where you're coming from. I just still feel like it's a big thing to be like, this is just how it is, and specific things are just better than others, because it's just very relative. I just still feel like it's too hard to do a hard and fast thing on it, because it's not even like a stylistic thing. It's not like as a part of the medium, it has to be this way. It's just that happens to be a trend, as you say, but I just wouldn't say that it's the thing that constitutes how it works. You know what I mean? I wouldn't make it a very broad, generalized statement to just be like, yeah, that's just how it is. I wouldn't want to misconstrue it, is what I'm saying. There we go. So now I have the new Tinny deck set up. Nani said, is Matt the hate hating? It's interesting that you called him Matt the hate. Name calling is below us. Matt said, it's not just how it is, but you need a really good English dub, and for that to be consistent, and that just isn't the case. It depends. I feel like it depends on the anime and the actors you get. No. You know what I mean? There are just a lot of factors that go into it. Okay, Ryan's gonna be on deck first. And then Nani said, name calling, what? You call Matt the hate. That's giving him a title. Call him a name. Ryan said, I agree with Jet. I would be comfortable with discussing the differences between dub and subs of shows I am familiar enough with, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, like I feel like specific case descriptions are different from generalized statements. You know what I mean? If you're talking on a specific case, then you can be like, for this case, I can present like the sub and I can present the dub and I can do like pros and contrasts kind of thing, right? Pros and cons. I don't know why I said pros and contrasts. You can do pros and cons. But if you just make general sweeping statements, sure you can talk about trends, but I feel like it just means a lot less. Okay, what does Evil Eye do again? My apologies. Equip only to an Evil Eye monster. It cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Each time you activate the equipped monster's effect, or you activate another Evil Eye spell or trap card, the equipped monster gains 500 attack, and if it does, you lose 500 life points. This attack gain remains even if this card leaves the field. If this card is in your graveyard, you can pay 1,000 life points, then banish one Evil Eye spell or trap card from your graveyard, except the Evil Eye of Selene. Set this card. You can only use this effect of Evil Eye Selene once per turn. So let's see. And then what is the effect of the monster? When this card is normal summon, you can add one Evil Eye card from your deck to your hand, except this card. If this card is equipped with Evil Eye of Selene, quick effect, you can target one special summon monster your opponent controls, destroy it. So you can also do that on my turn. Yikes. You can only use this effect of Cerzio, Watcher of the Evil Eye, once per turn. Once per turn during the next standby phase after this effect is activated, destroy one card you control. Okay. Let's see if I can get around this. So I'm going to try to activate Terraforming. Response. Nani then said, I've said that before, in response to him calling Matt the hate. Understood. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be a thing that we continually do. You don't have to continually call Matt names. It's just an unnecessary thing. You know, or anybody names. You know, name calling doesn't have to be a thing, is what I'm saying. Let's see. Oh, that is true. It is an effect. Okay, I'm going to try to activate an effect of a monster. I don't know if it will be allowed. Currently waiting to see if it will be allowed. Kel said, sorry if I don't talk that much. I'm working on more Fruit Fairy art. So far, I finished making the art for this fusion card, Fruit Fairy Cambrook blender. What is Cambrook? And then he said Cambrook to a blender brand. Oh, okay. That's a very specific... did you do a brand deal for that one? No, it's incredibly specific. I am surprised. Let's see. But tell me more about the card. Like, what does the card do? Like, what's the effect for that particular card? Let's see. Matt then said, Jet, name 5 English dubs in the past 5 years that are generally revered as better than Japanese voiceover. You act as if I'm a specialist. Like, that's just a very specific question to ask someone who doesn't keep up with that particular thing. If I was like an expert, I could maybe hit you up on that. But I'm not. So I don't know how I'd hit you up on that. Let's see. I'm going to Link Summon. Response. time to see what will or will not happen. Also, I just remembered there's a card that I didn't put in the deck that I learned about after I made the deck. But after this duel, I'm going to add to the deck, or else I'm probably going to get screwed over. Hey. Ryan then said, that's a weird question. Then Matt said, yes, but it's the type of question that needs to be asked, because having a set selection of English dubs throughout a 20 to 30 year period doesn't show whether English dubs end up on the regular being better. And he said, yes, every show is a case-by-case basis, but to simply pretend like that is an excuse to negate the general statement isn't sensible. I feel like it's dangerous to make such a big general statement. Also, I get to draw 2 cards. 2 cards, get to draw 2 cards. Draw 2 cards, yeah. Draw 2 cards. I just drew 2. I draw 2 cards. Bow, 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 da na na. Da na 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 na. Hey, I'm hype. Also, I forgot that it does stuff. It sure does do stuff. That is very interesting. I might do something with that later. Okay, so now I am going to activate a monster effect. Let's see. Do 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 do. Okay. So I activated a monster effect, a special summon from hand. Response. Also, my goodness, Kel said it's just a generic fusion spell, but after the fusion, it places a seed counter on the field. Oh, the counters go on the field? Do they go on a card on the field or just on the field? I don't think I've ever heard of a counter not being on like a card. So that's kind of interesting. Waiting for Ryan's reaction. Let's see. Sam White said a new challenger appears. Yo, Sam, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Excuse me. I'm going to now go from my link 1 into a link 2. Okay. Now I am going to activate my link 2's effect. I'm going to discard a card. Oh wow, so I can actually just summon any of the hoes? That's crazy. Okay, waiting on Ryan to react. So Ryan used Effect Veiler. Yeah, and he just got the Effect Veiler off. That's cool. Okay. So now I'm going to set a card. Let's see. And now I'm just going to end my turn. We'll see how this goes. Let's see. Ooh, my monster just died. That's interesting. No. Oh, wait. Kel said, I don't think dubs need to be better than sub. He said at the very least, they should be understandable. True. True, that is a good minimum requirement for you to be able to understand what's going on in it. Let's see. Matt said it isn't dangerous so long as it doesn't pull shutters over your perception of future comparisons. Also, my goodness, I'm in like a weird position. Yeah, so I could, based on how my current field is set up, activate an effect. Wait on Ryan. Okay. It is allowed. I go into my link 1. Wait on Ryan. See how this goes. Let's see. Kel said placing a counter on the field is just a short way of saying to put it on a card. but I need to check if that's proper Yu-Gi-Oh grammar, like if it's like the proper syntax for it. Understandable. Um, I could do that, but I'm not going to, I guess. Where are we at? Okay, yeah, I need to figure out where I am here. Matt said you can recognize trends and what those trends mean, and not entirely close off the potential for change. He said also, it's going to be gross if Yugi and the gang have to deal with link monsters. More than likely, they will be mysteriously absent. Well, from what I've heard, that probably is not going to be the case. Oh yeah, I love when it asks me if I want to use a specific card that I don't know what it does. Let's see. If it did, it would go down to, and it would still suck. Wow. No. Yes. Oh, I see. So, can't cancel. Good job, me. Good job. So, yeah, I can't target it with card effects. So I could only. Well, what are those effects? No. Yeah. So there we go. It looks like Ryan's just gonna goot. Yeah. This hard gooting territory for your boy Ryan. Yeah. Mm. Rip. Rip, rip, rip. End phase. Okay, let's keep reading through. Sam said, I'm good, Jet. I don't know if I set a date of when we can play the thing that I'm making, but I'm going to push it back to an undisclosed date. Okay, understandable. Also, sadly, we had a server error, so I got disconnected, but Ryan, you pretty much won that duel. Hashtag GG, hashtag good game, hashtag handshake. Give me one moment to edit this deck. I feel like I need a card that I didn't know existed until after I made the deck. Let's see. And then Matt said, but the big green dub is great and not understandable. And then Matt said, the statement isn't, it's an English dub, so it's bad. The statement is, it's an English dub, so there's a decent to good chance it will be worse than the original Japanese voiceover. See, Ryan said, I agree with Matt. I understand where Matt's coming from. I'm just saying, does that even need to be stated? You know what I mean? Because of the fact it's relative, we shouldn't necessarily depend on the trend to determine it. We should, on a case by case basis, see. You know what I mean? Because just to assume, like if you were to use that knowledge and then based on that knowledge purposely avoid dubs based on that pretense, that would be kind of weird. Like that's why I'm like case by case makes more sense because just because it's a trend doesn't mean it should be followed as like a law. You know what I mean? So it just feels weird to state because the statement itself just feels irrelevant. Like, what does that add to anything? To be like, yeah, so they're normally word. It's like, well, are they? Because you know, it's not an all the time thing. So what was really the point of saying it? And then Ryan said, and I agree with Jet. Matt said, if a person has time, they really should try to appreciate both forms of the anime, and that's kind of debatable because, well, you said if they have time. It's also if they actually want to do it. You know what I mean? Because just because you like it one way or the other doesn't mean you necessarily will like it the other way. And I understand trying, but it shouldn't be a thing where it's like if you have time and you've seen all of One Piece dubbed, you should go back and you should try and appreciate the sub as well. It's like you may not want to do that. So I feel like there is that level to it as well. Then Ryan said, such is my wisdom. Then Sam said, Jet, if I get there first, give me a sec to change my deck. Understandable. I might have to Google. Oh, no, I just figured it out immediately. Send one from your deck to the graveyard, then if you control a face-up non-effect monster, you can add one Tinu monster from your deck to your hand with a different name from the monster sent to the graveyard. Cool, because that's like the searcher. I didn't have the searcher in my deck. Excuse me. So I was sitting here like, what am I supposed to do? Also, this card's weird. Um, do 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 do. I have to get rid of one additional card if I want to have three of the searcher. I decided to get rid of the copies of Recall that I had. I'll drop a Dark Bribe, I suppose. But without that searcher card, I could potentially be in a bad situation. So I'm glad that I saved that. Now it's time to go back to the dual zone. Interesting name. Gesundheit. I don't know why I said Gesundheit for myself. That doesn't make sense. My bad. My apologies. Okay, so I'm about to post the link. Anyone who wants to duel, the link is going to hit the Nexus chat first and then the vlog chat. Yo, Emot, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Welcome. Let's see. Oh, it looks like Matt actually made it here first. Welcome, Matt. It's good to have you. Matt said, but case by case. Oops, sorry. I need to hit the start button. I was answering Matt's question and at the same time making Matt wait. Let's see. Matt said, but case by case takes away more time by comparison, and when people like you exist who already try to do multiple things at the same time, meaning the time is valuable, and then I'm going to have to put you on hold, Matt, as I play my turn. So, this is going to be interesting, which is one way to say this might be Bootios. I'm going to activate this card, special summon it in defense position, use it as link material to summon Warrior Monk Tinyi. Then, let's see. See, it's like a handout, and that'll be okay. And then I'm going to activate this effect so that I can special summon Dragon Immortal of Tinyi. Then I'm going to activate Dragon Immortal of Tinyi's effect, discard that card, special summon from the graveyard the Link monster, then using the Link monster, go into a beefy Link 3, and then I'm going to look in my graveyard. Let's see. I guess I'm good for now. In phase and turn. Matt said, this is why the new mechanics in Yu-Gi-Oh! Are dumb. They're definitely weird. Emot said, who's been watching Boruto? I believe your boy Matt has been watching Boruto. Let's see, where are we at? I've been keeping up with the manga, but I actually haven't kept up with the manga recently. Also, my boy got Magician's left and right hand first turn. That's a meaty rip. Kel said, I like the new mechanics. I don't think the new mechanics are dumb necessarily, they're just weird. Matt said, no, I haven't watched Naruto since Shippuden turned me off. Also, Matt, from this point forward, going to focus on the two other chats that are already on the screen and not temporary. That'd be great. Let's see. So where are we at? Ryan said, I was watching Cowboy Bebop and subbed and then switched to dub, thus experiencing both. Matt said, that is also a way of doing that dual appreciation. That's true. That is a lot easier than watching it in its entirety in both. Matt said, it's unrealistic also to watch old anime completely both ways, but modern 12 episode season anime isn't too hard to do that with. I still probably wouldn't want to do that, where where you watch like all of it. Ooh. Let's see. Ryan says still haven't finished watching Bebop. As someone who binge watched Bebop in like a night, like my brother has like the DVD box set. It's not really that worth it. It's not like super good. Just being honest. Do 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 do. Then Emot said, "Who's been watching Boruto?" Ryan watches Boruto. I read the manga, but I'm behind on the manga. Emot says Bebop good. Bebop isn't bad necessarily, but I feel like it's really hyped up. Again, not saying it's bad, but it's not like the best thing in the world, which I feel like is how it feels purported. You know what I mean? And then Matt said you are also a Cowboy Bebop hater. Ooh, say what you will, Matt. In phase intern. Um, then Ryan said I'm up to date on Boruto. Kel said I definitely wouldn't rewatch a whole anime. It depends on how good the anime is. You know, sometimes I could see someone maybe doing it if they really liked it and they really wanted to. I'd be more likely to see someone watch the sub and then want to go back and watch the dub than the other way around. I feel like if you started with the dub, it'd be very interesting if you're like, I liked this so much, I'd like to inconvenience my eyes. You know what I mean? It's just kind of weird. Um, then let's see. Um, Ryan says he's up to date on Boruto. Emot said I sorta am. He says he's on episode 103. Ryan said he finished watching episode 111, and he said the anime is greater than the manga. I feel like that's subjective. That's like up to taste. Emot said, dang. He said mango is doper. He said at the same time anime is doper. And then he said, "You're not good either." And then he said, "JK." Then he said, "Oh, Cowboy Bebop, yeah." And then Ryan said, "Bebop is good." Then Emot said, "I saw that a while back." Let's see. One effect can be chained. No, I'm good on that. Okay. I'm still not getting the thing that I want. Do, 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 do. Matt so far hasn't done anything crazy, so I'm not concerned by any means. Technically, I could do a play though. So I am going to do a play because I don't really have a reason not to. Do 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 do. I could actually do a whole ass play. Do I want to do a whole ass play? Do 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 do. Okay, I could still do a whole ass play. So I could then activate him. No chain. So he goes here. Go into my link to here. Activate the link to effect here. Special summon. One effect can be chained, no chain. Special summon that boy. And then grab a second. Undo. Oh, cool. And then have two big boys. That was what I wanted. Okay, in phase intent. We're still Gucci. So now I have two big boys on the field, Matt. Okay, so Matt activated that. You can discard one spell or trap card, special summon one more dark magician from your deck during your opponent's turn. If you activate a spell or trap card effect while this card's in your graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. One effect can be chained, no chain. Excuse me. Kel said, remember to check Amino after the duel. Okay, will do. Let's see where we at. Ryan said, I would inconvenience my eyes to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! The anime. Understandable, you're a big Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. Let's see. Emot said, well, I'm out of here. Peace, y'all. We'll catch you later, Emot. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day today, and I hope you're able to tune in to our next stream. Ryan said, but the Yu-Gi-Oh manga is probably better in terms of tonal and story consistency. He said the Yu-Gi-Oh OST is a ballin'. I'm glad that you vibe. One effect can be chain, no chain. Let's see. Kel said, oh, and Jet, I'm going to send the images of the new Fruit Fairy art. Okay, that's cool. I'm down with that. One effect can be chain, no chain. Do 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 do. Oh wow. Do 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 do. Bum 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 dum dum. A a. Bum 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 dum 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 dum. No chain. Do 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 do. So far, neither me or Matt have dealt any damage. Let's see. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, yeah. No chain. So this is like a really weird situation to be in. Because I think I'm waiting and Matt's waiting. It's just a lot of waiting. Well, cool. That's one less thing to have to wait for. Let's see. I see what Matt's saying. Well, from my perspective, Magician's left hand is on the left, and Magician's right hand is on the right. On my screen. From your perspective, Magician's right hand is on your left. Why did you do that? You didn't have to. Is it for me to see it properly? I don't know. Matt is creating a defensive wall, while I have created a solely offensive force. I actually have no defense on my side at all. Not Ryan. Matt played Berry Magician Girl. If this card is normal summon, you can add one Magician Girl monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets this card or targets this card for an attack, you can change this card's battle position, and if you do, special summon one Magician Girl. You're fine. Do 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 do. So Matt has a 15 card extra deck. He has a lot of stuff on board. My question is, he gonna use his board? Like, can he go into something thicker than my ogres? Because I have two ogres here, and I could definitely fight Matt if he wanted to throw hands. I would be down. Okay. No chain. Okay. So now he is in a position of which he's vulnerable. So let's see. Is there anything I should be afraid of? I don't really think so. I go into my battle phase. I attack Magician's Robe. And then Matt said, attack me then if I'm vulnerable. So cool. Yeah. I was like, there's nothing wrong with hitting Magician's Robe in phase in turn. Everybody else does the redirect thing or special summon another person if you hit me. I'm waiting on a particular card. I don't know what Matt's waiting on. Maybe for me to mess up. That's what I'd imagine. Also, Matt, what do you think of the art? of my cards. The ogre's kind of ugly. I think the ogre's probably the ugliest of the set. So I guess it is kind of lame that that's the main one that I have up right now. This duel might end up being a little slow if Matt doesn't have a way to hit over my ogres. Because I'm waiting for me to be able to, like, fight Matt and it not matter. Um, but first I have to have something to get around his thing. Then Matt said had to do something. Oh, like you left? Like you like weren't physically present and you returned? Also on the vlog, this is Glitchbin. If you guys aren't keeping up with the reboot of Ben 10, Ben's DNA has fused with a galvanic mechamorph and created an offspring that is neither Ben nor Upgrade, but Glitch Ben, which is its own sentient entity that is half human, half galvanic mechamorph. And he has all the abilities of the galvanic mechamorphs. He used to live inside the Omnitrix, and now he's possessed a go kart, and he's just a go kart now for all the time. He could choose to be half human, half galvanic mechamorph. Instead, he's like Ben 10's equivalent to the Batmobile, and it's weird. I don't understand why they made that choice. So I still don't have the thing I want. So I'm going to wait. The ogre could have been a better Link 3. Wish he had two down pointing arrows. It's kind of gross that he doesn't. I noticed that you put Apple Magician Girl in attack position as well. Target it for an attack, you can special summon one level 5 or lower spellcaster type monster. So he's going for the MST. Two effects can be chained. No chain. He used MST on my face down. You already have the magician hands. You already have the thing where it's like negate the effect of your opponent's first spell or trap that resolves each turn. Are you like, well, you have two, and if you have two, you could have used the other one when you were ready and You're not wrong. Do 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 do. Do you have any, excuse me, rank 4 Xyz? If you could go into like Utopia the Lightning right now, you could do something. You know what I mean? That is entirely within your power. Let's see. It doesn't specify where it has to be. Yeah, it's just the effect of a card resolves. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait more. Matt? We'll see how this goes. Is Matt playing the true stall deck? Yeah, I guess right now I'm trying to think if I was fighting someone who wasn't Matt, how lame would this particular fight matchup be? Because right now I just have like two thick boys on field. And I do have some interesting effects I can do once hands actually do start going. Matt said, how does defense work for a Link monster? Link monsters are always in attack position. They just don't have defense. So if you tried to put my Link Monster in defense position, like with an effect, you just can't do it. All they know is attack. So if you just have anything stronger than my Link Monster, you can just run it over and kill it. That's like absolutely fine. Let's see. So that's the thing. I would need to activate two things. So this is going to be interesting. I suppose I'm just going to keep waiting until I get what I need to end Matt's career. Do 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 dun 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 do 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 da 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 do 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 dun 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 do 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 oh yeah now dun 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 bum 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 bum. I'm curious to see what Matt does. Matt currently just has like a big wall. I mean, is it really that many bigs? He's got a wall. And I'm still just waiting. I've run through like a good amount of my extra deck. Also, skilled Dark Magician. Why? I'm curious if Matt just has a battle trap. Because he very well might. I could see Matt being like, so how does defense position work with Link monsters? And I could see him like set like a Mirror Force or something. How does defense position work with Mirror? Because he wants to know if the Mirror Force will like kill my guys. Um, and then Ryan said, because Dark Magician card. True. And he said, that's why. I understand. It's not the best. But I feel like it could be a bait, but I doubt it's a bait. If he did Mirror Force, it wouldn't be impossible to like get back where I'd want to be. Matt talking about how he hates Link 3s, summons Link 3. Um, I'm just not gonna let him live. Matt said linking in general is dumb. And he said, but we have to use it. Okay. And then Ryan said Dark Mirror Force versus Link's lol. And then Ryan said, are Link monsters dumb? And he said, no. And then Kel said, Links aren't dumb. Matt definitely is of the opinion that Links are indeed dumb. And then Ryan said, do we have to use them? No, you really don't. You swung at me, but that guy's weaker. You just took damage. You took the first blood of the game, Matt. Not entirely sure why Matt wanted to do that. Let's see. Beth said, sorry I'm late. I had to jump my dad off. Oh, like jump his car off? I hope everything's okay. Um, ooh. Hmm. Your boy Matt playing Raigeki, I see. Yow. Hmm. He just should get it. Yeah. Two effects. Hmm. Oh. Wait a minute, what? Oh, I sure can. Oh, I don't think Matt can do anything about that. Oh, that's crazy. Matt, can you do anything about what I'm doing? Is that like a solemn face down on your side? You wouldn't run recall. Matt, what can you do to what just happened? What is your answer to this? He's just here. He's just here now. Let's see. Wow, and oh man, what was the plan you wanted to do, Matt? Oh, that's insane. Let's see. So Kel said it depends on the deck, but the majority do need links. I don't think the majority need links. Beth said, yeah, it's my brother's car. It's his third battery in 6 months. And then Beth said, my brother is an interesting character. Um, I'm sorry to hear that. It just sounds like he's been running through his battery like really hard. Ryan said, structure deck theme voting plan announced. Voting plan for structure deck? So we can vote on what the theme of the structure decks will be? I was not aware that this was a real option. Excuse me. I summon Mystery Shell Dragon in attack position. He's almost as good as my Link monster, only requires one card. Oh, I consider that a victory. My Link monster's pretty bad. Do, 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 do. Still gotta wait. Let's see, where we at? Beth said it's because he blows up his loudspeakers in his car. So the loudspeakers are using too much power, I guess, is what you mean, and it's draining his battery. Oh, and his cat. And then Kel said that poor cat. At first, I didn't notice the mistake until your boy Kel set it up. I don't know why I broke mistake into mistake. Beth then said I meant car, not cat. Understood. So his loudspeakers are messing up his battery. I don't fully understand that. Is he like playing music out of his car while it's not fully running? Like, does he have it set to like AC instead of like cranking it all the way and listening to music? I just, I'm very surprised. Let's see. So I've damaged Matt just a little bit, and I'm trying to beat Matt in this duel. I'm supposed to end the stream in like 2 minutes. Uh, but Matt has a lot of like stuff that's keeping me waiting. Beth said he cranks it up at the loudest volume, and then she said, I don't understand my brother. But I don't think that would kill your battery. That would probably just kill your hearing in like so many years. You know what I mean? I don't think that would make you need three different batteries in 6 months. Unless he's like not cranking his car all the way when he's listening to music. Oh, that's interesting, Matt. That you thought that would work, but it just won't. That monster is just weaker than my monster. Yeah, let's see how this goes. And it's dead. And it's dead. I don't. You keep attacking me with these weak monsters. I don't know what you expect, man. They will die. Kel said, tell him to just get AirPods or something. um, how many people here who drive and listen to music like to wear headphones in your car? I feel like in your car is where you can normally just listen to music out loud, like without headphones. It's like your private space. You know what I mean? Let's see. So I'm still trying to figure out how this is gonna go, like how exactly this is gonna really play out. Matt said, "Stop having the hottest in your hand or graveyard," but it's a part of my deck, Matt. Okay, so thinking about this, let's view. That's true. I could definitely do that. Okay, so, hold on. So I could go into that, which lets me go into that, which lets me go into the rest of. Oh, okay. So we're going to special summon a Tinny monster from our hand. One effect can be chain, no thank you. So I'm going to special summon this monster in defense position. And then wait. That's my current plan. Okay, cool. So no response from Matt. Then I'm going to go into Dragon Immortal of Tinny. I can use the Tinny monster I special summoned and Mystery Shell Dragon as materials. Okay, ballin'. So that works. Um, then I'm going to normal summon a Tinny monster to my field. So I'm going to actually use my normal summon, the forbidden normal summon. Then Kel said, Jet, I forget, do you care about Smash Bros or not? Medium care. Beth said, what time is the vlog ending tonight? Technically, I should be ending the vlog like now. Um, I'll let it ride for maybe like 3 more minutes. Whoever has the highest amount of life points by that 3 minute time will be the victor. Matt could still technically steal it, depending on what he has in his hand, but I'll end it like then. So once it hits an hour and 5 minutes on the vlog is when I'm gonna end it. Let's see. So now I'm going to go into my link 3. And then Matt said, Jet, that's not right. What do you mean, Matt? Saying it's not right. And then Matt said, you haven't gotten an attack through. You've been weakening yourself, Matt. Do not blame me for you slowly killing yourself this game. You still have 2 minutes. Then Beth said, Meep. Hey, good to see you, Beth. Meep. Kella said, okay, I'll remind you to check Amino next stream. I'm sorry that it keeps getting pushed down further and further. That is not my intention. Matt has us playing a really slow game. Because I'm not playing a stall strat. I just know a way around what Matt has. And I'm just not drawing the cards I need. I'm just not getting them. We now are at almost 1 minute remaining. Okay, no chaining. Let's see how this goes. Less than a minute left, Matt. This is your opportunity to try and like get that hard comeback, Matt. Matt has essentially only damaged himself this game, which has been quite interesting. The main thing that's slowing down this particular game is that he has the magician's hands. If he didn't have the magician's hands on the field, I feel like I could have been doing a lot more. But it's been a floodgate essentially for spells and traps. So I'm like, I can get around what Matt's doing if like we didn't have those hands. And I have spell and trap card removal. Like, it's not like I don't have ways to get around it. Oh, we hit the time. So it seems like we'll have to end the stream here. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do in the live stream. This is your friend, your boy, JetBlack the one and only, logging out. What I can do, Matt, I can keep Nexus going, but I'm going to end the vlog. So I'll let Nexus ride, but the vlog stream is going to be like officially like done. So thank you all for watching, and peace.